Hi, I'm Eleni.
Hi, I'm Will.
And welcome to Blabbermouths! William!
Hey, girl.
How the hell are you? Happy Pride.
Well,
happy
it's over.
Belated Pride?
Happy belated Pride.
Okay.
Because it is July 1st, so.
Now it's my month, the straights.
Straight Pride is coming up July 4th. Give me a break. Pride, amazing. It was this past weekend.
And remember last week you said, oh, you might not go out Sunday.
I
But
know.
according to your Instagram story, it looks like you did go out.
You know me. It's really, really fucking hard to keep me in.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, have you seen that meme that's like, I'm never drinking again until something is happening?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think I'm going to go. Come on. Okay.
Okay, you know, literally, like anyone can get me out to do anything because
Me too.
I think I've shared it with everyone here. I'm also a FOMO-sexual, so it's like fear of missing out. That is my number one brand.
Especially
besides
on a
being
day
gay.
that is
Oh my
dedicated
God,
to you.
to me. So
Just you.
Just me, no other person. And so that's why, of course, I was like, I had Monday off. So I was like, why not go do something today that's fun? And so my sister, Lizzie, who went to Coachella with me, she joined me, my roommate Rose, and another girlfriend of ours, Katie. And we kind of just pranced around. We visited Grindr, was doing the Grindr bus. And it was
Cute.
just popping up as an activation. And I won their Grindr away collab. It's this cute.
We are not sponsored by them. Will just has never won anything before in his
I've
life.
literally won nothing, it feels like, except that one time I kind of won the Coachella ticket, but
You didn't win that?
I didn't win it.
I got that for you. That wasn't like a prize. That was like,
was
I
also-
sent an email.
It was also through work. It was like, you
yeah,
have to
what are you
work
talking
this.
about? Like, anyways.
See, I don't really win things.
Yeah.
But I won this.
That's
Actually,
really cute.
you have to spin the wheel to get it at the Grindr bus. I spun the wheel, but then I like pushed it a little. So I
What? You cheated?
I cheated a little.
You're admitting that you cheated?
No.
Wait, how do you cheat on one of those spinny wheels?
Well, you spin the wheel and then it slows down and you like
Tap
I like bumped into it like, oh, I lost my balance and boom.
Okay, what were the other prizes?
And then my sister Lizzie, who was with me, she's such a character. She went before me. She's an honest woman. She won a year free of Grindr Premium.
Oh, and she doesn't need that. She's a straight woman.
Literally, a straight woman wins a year premium of Grindr. And we went up to the guy after and he's like, are you going to use this? I'm like, I don't know, Lizzie, maybe you want a gay best friend that's not me. She's like, absolutely. Like, you have it. So I technically also won a year supply of Grindr Premium.
Congratulations.
I'm really on cloud nine with
So
Grindr.
if you see, in case you were unsure before, Will is on Grindr.
I am on Grindr now.
For a year of premium. Sorry if this is TMI, and you
okay.
can not share if you don't want to. But did you like hook up with anyone at Pride or have any?
At one of the bars that I went to, it was like later in the night, I felt like I was going to hook up with this guy. He starts making out with his best friend. I'm like, oh my God. Minor update. That's why I was feeling a little lonely and a little tipsy. I had texted my 42-year-old boyfriend.
Oh no, the one that you had already previously texted way too much. For those who don't remember, and we will have a flashback, Will texted this man more than anyone should text anybody.
Any person.
And roll the clip.
Can I come over? At
No response?
20 minutes later. Okay, you're annoying, LOL.
You said that?
I hope we can hang soon, but I legit don't care. If you're not interested again, just say so. And then I write, to top it all off, you're low-key annoying. Redacted name, but whatever, LOL.
I'll come over, but also I don't care.
Next 24 hours. So I forgot to mention I'm a quadruplet. One of them stole my phone. Don't hold it against them. Then I texted him.
No, Will, there's so much. Will, what did we learn last time? Leave this man alone. Can I read it? Oh, redacted name. Any fun Pride plans? No response. That was Thursday. Saturday. Will, what are you doing?
What did I say?
Boo was hoping we'd hang. Well, obviously he doesn't want to because Sunday. Will writes, guess not. So then Will, in case he was forgetting, sent a screenshot of previous messages I just read as if he couldn't see them all. Texted you, King.
Because he questioned my message. So then I'm like, what's the question about? Like, you didn't even write
Will,
a text.
this is crazy. Then he wrote, redacted name, ... Can I come over? And then no response for 7 minutes. 7 minutes goes by and Will goes, oh, okay, LMAO. Like, you can't wait. And then Will just writes, I like you, redacted name.
Oh, fuck. Why did I like say that? You know
What'd you say? I love the way you ignore me.
Keep it going.
And then Will wrote, just wanted to hang. 18 minutes went by. And Will said, redacted name, LMAO.
Oh my God, I keep going.
No text back? What the fuck is wrong with this man?
I know.
I mean, also, you're insane. But this man should just be like, William, please stop texting me.
I know. That's what I'm waiting for.
But Will said, can you be real with me? And it's like, babe, he's being real with you subliminally. And then Will said, I'll legit never bother you again. Now he's responding.
Yeah.
Now he said, okay, let me respond to this.
Let me respond to that.
He said, you aren't bothering me. What the fuck is wrong with this man?
Eleni, this man has sent me.
Now I'm starting to be like, are you just a 40-year-old who doesn't know how to text? This is strange.
Right?
And then he said, you aren't bothering me. Will said, well, that's right, because I sent you a million text messages as if he didn't know. As if he hasn't
I
seen
just
them.
want to level with
And
him.
then Will said, why don't you ever want to hang out? He just hearts these messages.
Yes.
And then Will just goes, okay, so avoiding me, I see.
Yes.
And then he just wrote, no. This is like a man of few words, but also, Will, I think that this isn't it. Or you need to pick up the phone and why don't you call?
I know.
Should we call him right now?
And then he never responded.
But don't worry, guys, because we'll emphasize the message in case he missed it.
That was my rest of my Pride night, to say the least.
I appreciate your persistence.
Yes, I'm on the front lines of the gay community doing good work.
Yeah, honestly, like, you are so brave because my ego, if like a man goes to me once, would be like, I'm never speaking to you again.
My ego's not bruised by those text messages.
You were like, oh, if Redacted Name texted you right now and said, want to hang out, you'd be like, of course, I love you.
I love that you finally came to your senses.
Yeah.
That's my thought process.
I am thinking that you should not text him again.
Yeah, I think that.
I think that Redacted Name is done.
I just wish Redacted Name would just be like, we're good here.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, got it. I think I'm like, oh, there's hope.
What is giving you hope? The way that he ignores your messages or that one heart emoji over a spew of 40 text messages.
It's like he gives just a little enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, okay.
But he's not giving enough for you to have hope.
I know.
He's giving enough to like make you know that the texts are going through. But I think that you should stop messaging him unless other people think otherwise. Feel free to weigh in.
Why don't you weigh in? Why don't we do one of those polls with Andy Cohen where, oh no, we're not live. So, well, just comment.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
If you think that Will should give up on Redacted Name. Megan, what are your thoughts?
I'll be your live.
Please be my live audience.
You should absolutely give up. Like, what are you doing, William? Maybe you should pick up the memo, but also like, ew, why is he not responding?
Right?
You're funny and charming.
Thank you,
So no.
Producer Meghan, thank you.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
to be wanted is to be loved.
I know.
If anyone wanted me this bad, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, why not?
And the fact that you wanted him so bad.
I know.
He's not responding, William.
I know.
You need someone who wants you that bad.
So true. But I also don't think I'd want someone who wants me that bad.
I appreciate your persistence, though. That was a great end to Pride Month.
Yeah. Yep.
Till next Pride.
Until I text him a year from now.
No, it's not.
Redacted Name, you're a little feisty one.
It's so hot in here. Are you hot?
Oh, yeah. We both have this.
I was going to bring up Pride is also the anniversary of our meeting.
Yes.
We became friends.
We became friends.
At an 818 Pride event.
Tequila event.
This is actually crazy, Megan, and Megan doesn't know the story.
Oh.
Is we got wasted. We got super wasted, and then I lived nearby the event, and then we went back to my house to like have another drink after.
Eleni, so true.
And Will and I were staring at the moon, and we looked at each other, and we said, we should have a podcast.
Yes.
This was before we worked here. This was 2 years ago. And then we literally said, let's manifest world domination.
We were sitting there like, we've got to figure out our lives, what's going on. And I think it was me, or we said it collectively. It was like,
Why is it?
There's nothing left for us but world domination.
So you don't believe in my psychic, but you believe in manifestation.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, well, anyways, I saw my psychic.
Okay, so.
Because I obviously was crashing after Greece. Like, what am I doing here? I'm freaking out. There's just like too many options in
Any
life.
more loud bangs?
Don't be rude about the bangs. I got a lot of DMs saying that the bang was real and that you and whoever was Meghan here. Someone else was saying that the bang was not real.
Me and producer Will.
But I saw my psychic and I asked her if I meant, because I moved, my lease is up soon. I asked her if I meant to leave New York and she said no.
See?
That was really, what do you mean see? So you believe in my psychic but not the loud bangs?
I know, I'm picking and choosing here.
No, that really upset me. And I was like, are you sure? Check the cards again. And then this is what the worst thing that she said.
Oh God, what did she say?
She said a new opportunity is coming, but it's going to require the help of a man. She said a man is going to give me the opportunity. Disgusting.
It's me, maybe?
No, it's not you, babe. She said it's a man I don't know.
Oh,
And I'm even more disgusted because I notoriously only trust women.
okay.
She said in September. So
In September.
we'll
Okay.
check back in. I guess a straight man's going to help me. Any straight men who watch this, I want to give an opportunity. Let me know.
All right.
She just was like, everything's going to be fine. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that's
what are
nice.
you?
Isn't there solace and everything's going to be fine?
No, I want her to be like, this is what you need to do. X, Y, Z. Because last time I went to her, she was like, do this.
Yeah.
She also kept saying that my therapist was coming up and she was like, don't leave this therapist. I was like, I have no plans to.
Okay, so that's good.
But I kind of was like, okay, so the takeaway is keep doing therapy and everything's going to be okay. What the? Why
I
not pay?
think that's like most people's life mottos. Keep doing therapy.
Yeah, but I didn't need to pay the psychic to tell me that. And as you know, Matt reads palms. So halfway through, while she was just being like, everything's looking good, I was like, why the fuck did I pay for this? I have a psychic at home.
There's food at home.
We have psychic at home. I did that. And then I went to Michigan because Matt's sister got engaged.
Congratulations, Matt's sister.
Congratulations, Matt's sister. But there was one thing she said, and I don't think she watches this podcast, so I think it's okay that I say it. No tea, no shade, no hate. Love you, Mary. We can
Mary.
talk about this after
Mary.
if this is upsetting. But Mary we were talking after her engagement about like life, and she was kind of being like, what's your plan for kids? Mind you, Mary's 23, I'm 28.
Yeah, I mean,
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm saying I get why she said that because she's getting engaged. So she's like,
Meghan.
let me ask my brother and
Meghan.
sister.
First of all, for a younger woman to ask you
Yeah.
that,
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay.
would
I
be
didn't see-
offended.
I
But
didn't-
yeah, no, I would be like, what's your
I was
plan?
like, okay, she made a comment like that she was 23, she had plenty of time. She was kind of referring that like, what's my plan because like your body won't be able to have children. I was like, do you think I'm 40 years old?
Okay,
Like-
I'm seeing it now. I apologize my ignorance. I
Yeah.
thought she was asking from like sister. I just got engaged,
To be
sister-in-law
fair,
perspective.
you are getting close to a geriatric pregnancy.
I know. I was like, and then okay, so
I did learn that geriatric
but
pregnancy.
no rush. Take your time.
Yeah, thanks, Meg. Another thing I want to give her the benefit of the doubt is they live in Michigan,
Different
and
type.
a lot of people there have kids and get married young. It's kind of Utah vibes.
Isn't that where like 16 and Pregnant is filmed traditionally?
Probably. Like when I tell you all of Matt's friends are like married, and that there's lots of 28-year-olds there with children. So I don't know anyone my age who has
so
kids.
she's probably like
But
comparing that.
She's probably like, wait, girl, you're getting up there. I know a bunch of 28-year-olds with 3 kids. Like she's probably thinking that. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
All right, we'll give her a
But I also was like, what are you talking about, girl? Do you literally think I'm like 80 years old? Now I'm like freaking out. I'm like, but the psychic didn't say anything about a baby.
Well,
so
the good thing is you don't have to make that decision right now.
apparently, according to Mary, the time is ticking and I
Okay.
have to get going.
You trust Mary more than the psychic?
I guess she didn't bring up the baby. But you know what she also didn't bring up? She didn't bring up the fact that my flight would be canceled immediately after my psychic session.
Girl, I gotta be so real. You think the psychic's gonna tell you all the answers?
Yeah, I do. Why else would I be paying her?
Think about it, right? If you're told this is gonna happen to you, now that you know, will it happen to you?
That is a fair point because she said I'm not leaving New York. So now I'm like, yeah, I am. Watch out.
You can't know what's gonna happen, so you will bring yourself to that said thing.
This is like
Write
every
that down.
episode of That's So Raven.
Right. Well, right, because then her visions sometimes become true because
They
she
try to stop
knew the
them.
vision.
Yeah, that was like every episode.
Both our weekends were crazy.
Yeah.
But nothing as near as extravagant and I guess a different type of crazy to Jeff Bezos' wedding in Venice.
I know. People cannot shut up about Jeff Bezos' wedding.
But then the fact that there's been so much discourse about it prior, during, and after the fact.
There was lots of protests beforehand. The wedding is estimated to cost between $47 to $56 million.
Insane.
The way that like that could like
Solve a lot of
solve a lot of problems. Also, what's also fucked up that pisses me off is all of those people who attended that wedding
Celebs.
all flew in on private jets.
Yeah, a lot of them.
I don't want to hear a peep out of Leo, what's his name,
DiCaprio.
about the environment again.
I want to.
What the fuck are you doing
I
there?
want to have my plastic fucking straw and throw it out.
Yeah, why
But-
the fuck are we drinking paper
That's
straws?
really bad.
And Leonardo DiCaprio's making movies about global warming, but then it's gonna cost millions of dollars. Like, I don't want to hear a peep out of you.
Our bamboo straws are disintegrating into our coffees, our Moscow mules.
Our Moscow Mules.
Our Moscow mules. Important.
Priorities.
And it's right. It's annoying that we, the collective, regular plebeians, have to deal with the side effects of climate change and how we have to try. It's on us to make it better.
Yeah.
Whereas we've got 40 fucking celebrities that are these massive million and billionaires doing whatever the hell they want
Yeah.
for riches and going to extravagant events. But at the same time, is this really needed, especially in our political and social climate right
Yeah.
now? Like some of the celebs that went were Bill Gates, which also surprising because he's a massive philanthropist. Oprah Winfrey, why are you there?
It's giving like the 1% club.
Yeah. The Kardashians, I'm genuinely
I'm
not surprised.
so over them.
Your crumble cookies fucking sucked, by the way. We were very nice
You're
to
killing
you.
the environment, and your crumble cookies tasted like ass.
And we were very fucking nice to you on our first episode because maybe we thought you would feature us, but no.
Your dry ass crumble
Yeah.
cookies.
Tom Brady, blah, kisses his lips on the.
Are we just gonna roast everybody?
I'm roasting every single one of you bitches. Tom Brady kisses his son on the lips.
Leo DiCaprio,
Weird.
The Revenant sucked.
Yeah,
we hated it. Actually, you didn't deserve the Academy Award for that.
And you're ugly too, by the way. You want to date 25-year-olds? Give me a break.
They wouldn't date you unless you had a bunch of money.
Yep. Brooke Snyder, how are you on this list?
What? How did she get on this list? Wait, now I'm convinced that there was some publicity because
Yeah, people probably bought a ticket to be like, I'm
I'm
here.
gonna go. Can we also talk about the fact that the wedding was highly featured on Vogue, and isn't Anna Wintour like very against them? Am I wrong?
Well, maybe that's why she stepped
Step down. That's what I was gonna say. It's like they were like, if you'll post this on Vogue, like we'll pay you out to step down or something. I'm making now we're just starting.
Now we're
rumors.
just starting rumors, of course.
But that's what we can just assume. Carly Kloss.
Oh,
Well,
Carly
you
Kloss.
need to admit that you and Taylor Swift are in a relationship.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
whole-
we want some transparency on
Yeah,
that. Ivanka Trump.
Okay.
Okay.
Snooze. Fork found in kitchen, you loser.
Yeah, worst nepo-baby of all time.
Yeah. So those people, loser.
Sam Altman?
Oh.
What is this? An end of the world party?
Yeah.
You know, this is the kind of people. Did you watch that movie?
Don't Look Up.
Yeah, these are the
Leonardo
kind of people.
DiCaprio is the star of that fucking loser.
Because he was supposed
Sorry.
to be. Yeah, no, this is giving that spaceship where only the rich people got on.
Yeah.
That's
And-
what this is an end of the world party.
And you know what?
Losers.
Losers.
Hate you.
I hate the strong word.
Snooze fest.
But
I
then-
guess I don't hate anybody.
Yeah, we don't hate anybody. We strongly dislike. Celebs who didn't attend, though, noticeably.
Us.
Us. We were busy.
We actually had to decline.
We had to
because
decline.
Will had pride.
and you
I
had
had-
your sister's engagement and psychic.
If you had been invited to the Bezos wedding, would you have gone?
So
This is really hard for me
this
to
is
answer.
really hard to pick. So I think that we would have to be like, we're going to go for the research. We'll go, but we're going to talk about it on our podcast and we're not going to be happy about it.
No.
Whatever.
We were forced to go because we had to talk about it. on
Fast
podcast.
forward to two of you decked out in all the swag,
know.
like taking pictures
Yeah.
in
We
front
do
of like
love
all
free
these
stuff.
Venice
We do.
We do
monuments.
love free stuff, and we're
Hence why I've kept this
looking
free
brands.
stand for years. Yeah, I think that we'd have to go like for you guys,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
for us.
yeah.
And you know, we'd fly commercial there.
Yes. We would fly commercial, and we
We would donate some money to
You know,
the
we
environment.
we would steal a bunch of shit from there that could be repurposed to donate.
That's our take on that. Thank you, producer Megan, for inquiring.
Yep.
That's my other thing is like you needed $56 million for one weekend party. Like you have a bad party planner if you're asking me. What's the saying?
Broke. Oh no.
No.
Oh, rich.
Money.
Okay. Money
can't-
talks.
What?
It's money talks.
No, I'm trying to say
Money can't buy you class.
That's the takeaway.
Money can't buy you class.
What were the other things you
Oh,
were gonna say?
What I was gonna say: luxury
Mhm.
whispers, old money whispers,
Okay.
money, new money.
Are you making this up or is this a saying?
I swear to God, I think wealth whispers, money talks. I'm broke and I'm just fucking screaming. That's my saying. Why am I not rich?
Okay.
Sorry, so sorry, but producer Megan.
One, I am aligned.
Okay.
Literally, when I was doing my makeup for this show, sitting in front of my air freshener, huddled over by all my dirty clothes, I was like, why am I not uber wealthy? It's ridiculous.
I would want to be uber wealthy, but I'd be giving a lot of money back.
It's no fun. Like, who
No.
wants to be rich alone?
I'd be happy to be sad and rich than sad and broke.
You want to know what I think why all these people hang out? It's because, like, when you get to a level of rich, no one can afford to, like, hang out with you. Like, in my early 20s, there were so many times where my friends would be like, I don't have money to eat dinner or go out to dinner. I'd be like, oh, I need friends with jobs where they can go out to dinner.
Where they go, yeah, because you're like, that's especially in New York City.
Yeah.
If you want to be social, you have to spend money.
Yeah,
which
so, like, these
sucks.
people have to hang out with each other because they're the only people who can afford to, like, hang out with each other.
Okay, well, we'll give them that.
I'm just saying
that's our benefit.
that's, like, why they have these friends.
That's our benefit of the doubt for those.
Did you also see in the picture of Lauren Sanchez's wedding dress, the two women behind her
Yeah,
in the
that
picture?
was insane. Like
They look miserable.
They look poor thing.
It looked like Regina from the Princess Diaries too.
Is it when they're like doing the
Farrah Jacques,
Oh
Farrah
my
Jacques,
God.
don't you You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know
Poor
exactly what
girls.
you're talking about.
We want to get it. We want to hear from them.
Yeah.
They probably signed an NDA.
Probably.
But if you didn't and you're a huge fan of Blabbermouths, we'd love to have you on our podcast.
We'd love to you guys can sit right here. We'll get another chair. One celebrity who I don't know how to feel about it, though, Salma Hayek. She went to the engagement party, but then flew her ass to Glastonbury. So she was kind of half in, half out.
She went to like the welcome party.
She went to like one kind of party, and because this was a 4 to 5 day event, the whole wedding.
Classic.
And so Salma, I guess she's married to a billionaire,
Rich.
Francois Henri Bignot.
That sounds rich.
Very rich. This is Salma Hayek's husband. He's a billionaire.
Obviously, because if you weren't a billionaire, you weren't invited to the wedding.
They, I guess, went to some of the events, but then Salma Hayek pieced out of there, went to the Glastonbury Festival, which good for her.
That's what we would have done.
Eleni, that's what we would have done.
We would have gone to one event and been like,
And you know,
this is wrong.
that's why we didn't go too, because we couldn't go to Glastonbury.
Right,
Oh,
because we weren't invited.
Glastonbury was also a big buzz at the same time. There are a lot of celebs at Glastonbury too. Like Charli performed. She headlined. Dua Lipa headlined. I think Olivia Rodrigo headlined. Sabrina Carpenter was also there. I don't know if she performed. I think she was just as a viewer. Sabrina was watching Olivia's show and was actively like singing along, having a good time.
She probably was like, this one's about me. Got my driver's license last week. That would be the most iconic duo of all time to have a collab, would be those two.
Well, I'm curious. Did you see Olivia brought out Robert Smith from The Cure? And do you think anybody who was an Olivia Rodrigo fan knew who he was?
100% not.
Well, Olivia Rodrigo brought out David Byrne at Govball, and I
Right.
was like, oh, none of the children here know that. This is really just for the parents.
I know him, but not personally. But at SNL 50, I really didn't appreciate his performance. I'm sorry, Meghan.
Megan's getting upset.
I know. Meghan was visibly, she audibly gasped.
She lets us go on and on about whatever we want, but this she will not
She's
take.
like, I will not stand for
David
this.
Blur's slander.
Yep. Our producer
He
walked.
wasn't at that billionaire wedding, so you watch your mouth.
Okay, so right. You know what, David Blair? You're back on my fucking good side.
You know who else I saw at Glastonbury?
Oh, you saw the person.
Yeah, no, like online.
Yes.
Who I notoriously kind of hate.
Well, we strongly dislike.
Gracie Abrams. What the fuck is that? It's like a dog thing.
Curious.
She performed and she finally went Instagram official with Paul Mescal.
Saw that.
For those who don't know, Paul Mescal was in the show Normal People with
Daisy.
you're thinking
Edgar Jones.
Yeah. And people shipped them so hard because they were such good actors in that show. They were like, you must be in love. This like cannot be acting. So whenever it's been rumored that like Gracie and Paul have been dating, people are like, how does Daisy feel about this? And then they like do fan edits of Daisy and Paul seeing each other on the Met Gala red carpet. And they're like, they still love each other. Well,
Maybe.
in the photos and in the hard launch, it appears that they were all hanging out with Daisy went hard launched her boyfriend, and then Gracie hard launched Paul, and then they were
Wow.
like all on their boyfriend's shoulders at Glastonbury, like hanging out. So it's like clear that like they are
They're
like
all
just
good
friends. But my beef with Gracie is I dislike that she does not acknowledge her nepotism.
Yes.
I think we've talked about this. Is like I really dislike that she is like, I'm not a nepo baby. My father wasn't in music.
Oh, this is what I told you. Or you knew it too, but.
Yeah, I've said this. I just like that because it's like, right, but you could pursue music, which is a risky career, without the fear of failing.
Yes.
Because you had rich parents and a place to fall back on.
Well, and on top of that, she's claiming that she's not this nepo baby because her father is in this like completely separate business of music,
Right.
which is movies. Girl, notoriously, the two overlap
Right.
insanely. And the fact that J.J. Abrams, her father, if you don't know who that is, he's a big director and producer. He has probably more money than God that can help connect her
Right.
to so many people that can further connect her to advance her career.
And I'm not saying she doesn't have talent. I'm not saying that she hasn't worked hard ever. I'm just saying that like the fact that she has publicly said like, I don't know why people think like she's very anti
Adamant.
that she's adamant that she's not a nepo baby is annoying that she won't acknowledge that. That's number one. Number two, her abs.
Well, yes.
You've seen this?
She's
She always has holding her shirt up like, who naturally holds their shirt up like that when they're walking?
Well, if you had a body like that, I would.
Okay, sure, body is tea. But then what also pissed me off is when people were like, what's your appetite routine? She's like, nothing, I just eat. That is my biggest motherfucking pet peeve.
She also was like, nothing, I just eat, but also like, people need to stop asking me about it. But it's like, you're in the public eye.
You're the one walking around with like
Your abs
this.
out like this, girl. Like,
People don't naturally have abs like that.
no, it's like when Benson Boone was like, I don't want to just be known for my body. Then he
Or his
unveils his new,
backflips.
well, he performs backflips, but then it's like, he unveils his new album cover right after and it's just him half naked with an American flag. It's like, girl, The call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah, that's true. I understand the don't comment on my body thing. Like,
Fair.
I'm not mad about that. Fair. But also, be fucking for real.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And like, acknowledge your privilege.
There is a lack of that.
I can sit here and acknowledge that I have privilege, but that doesn't take away that I have worked hard. But I probably, and most likely, and yes, have had an easier time.
Yeah.
Same with rich people and their kids. We're not taking away that you had hard work to be done, but you had a help and foot in the door. And so acknowledge that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, if this podcast fails, we will be broke and homeless. And when she was making her music, and if it failed, she would have a mansion and a house and things to go back to.
100%.
And probably another career after that.
Right.
Her like best friend from growing up who wrote So True with her.
Oh,
her
that's so true.
Song True. Oh, is that how it goes?
That's so true.
True. Like her most known song. Her best friend just debuted 2 new songs that are like going viral.
She jealous?
No, they're like they're like she writes.
They're helping promote.
She wrote Gracie's album, but now she's releasing
Doing
her own
thing.
stuff. But her whole aesthetic is like she's so not like a glam girl. Like she's literally in like a t-shirt and jeans. And it's that song, Audrey Hobart.
Oh, is it the song Sue Me or something?
Sue me.
It's a-
How does that go? Sue me, I wanna be. Sue me. Okay, cut
Oh,
it off
we don't
because
have-
we're
we
gonna
don't
get
copyright.
demonetized. Basically, she came up with that, and then she came up with this other song about bowling alleys, and like both of those
cute.
songs are popping off right
All right,
now.
I'm gonna have to take a longer
Yeah,
listen.
take a longer listen. These are gonna be and I respect her. I like her.
They're friends with each other, so maybe we can be nice to Gracie. Devil Wears Prada 2 just went into production literally a couple days ago, during Pride Month, nonetheless. That gets my gay stamp of approval.
I don't know how I feel about it because I just feel like notoriously these studios are remaking iconic films and they're really missing the mark.
I know.
So we're gonna
hold
see
off.
it.
Wait, okay.
I already
Jury's out still.
Yeah, I'm just like these remakes and these like repurposing ideas have just notoriously been flopping. I'm open-minded. Do we know is like the original cast signed on in any way?
From my understanding, the whole original cast is, except for Anne Hathaway's character, Andy, her boyfriend, fiance.
Oh, well, no one cares about him. He was the villain.
The real villain. But everyone else is coming back. Stanley Tucci, Meryl Streep. This is Meryl Streep's first film since the Don't Look Up film we were just talking about in 2021.
Wow.
Emily Blunt.
I mean, and
Anne Hathaway.
a lot of them have had such long
Crazy
and successful careers after. It's like pretty cool to see them all come back
Yeah.
together. Mostly I'm excited for Stanley Tucci. I love that man.
He's so great.
I love his cooking
He's
videos.
He's a cute gay daddy, even though he's not gay.
He's not gay. He's
I
straight.
know.
Did you see when Anna Wintour stepped down, people were memeing Stanley Tucci's character from Devil Wears Prada being like, give him the job.
Oh
Did
my
you see
gosh.
our carousel, Megan?
Yes.
Oh,
I
maybe-
was.
Megan obviously isn't religiously following.
clearly
I
not.
was unfortunately out sick, but that was a great.
Me and Veronica made this carousel
it
that
was
was
a great
like,
carousel.
my gut reaction was not Stanley Tucci, it was True Jackson VP.
Of course, a Kiki Palmer should be replacing. But then we also put other good options like Jennifer Garner in 13 Going on 30
yeah, that was
when
Dylan
she
said
ran
that.
that magazine.
Yeah.
And Brooke Davis from One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
Sophia Bush and Jennifer Garner both commented.
I know, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because we do post about them a lot, and I'm like, oh, finally they're
Now they're
realizing
recognizing.
us.
I know when you
When we
list-
did all that One Tree Hill content last year,
Oh, yeah.
she never noticed. But now she does.
Well, and I think it's funny too when you see when we're in the DMs and we're like, okay, like, have we talked about them before? And we know that we have, like, scrolling up and seeing how many times we've mentioned them. And like, this is the first time they're acknowledging us. We're like, oh, hi.
Can I tell you my hyperfixation of the week?
Oh, sure.
I'm really obsessed with videos right now of Drew Starkey, Hottie of the
He's
Week.
so hot.
My whole entire TikTok For You page is videos of him and his sister. And there's this iconic video of his sister in heels on like rocks. And he like helps her get around so she can like walk onto a flat surface.
so sweet.
And it's just iconic. And I'm obsessed. Every single Drew Starkey and sister video that graces my For You page, I am
You're like,
watching.
I'm sad. This is my new episode.
Hyperfixation. I am obsessed.
My favorite TV show's on right
I
now.
already really
Everyone be
loved
quiet.
him. Yeah, my favorite show's on. Shut the fuck up. And it's Drew Starkey walking hand in hand with his sister, arm in arm.
He's very cute. He was in a movie called Queer with Daniel Craig. Didn't watch it, but heard it's very gay. So maybe I'll turn it on.
Oh, love. Keep Pride Month going.
Yep.
That was fun.
Any big 4th of July plans coming up?
I'm going to be in a wedding.
Oh, okay. Fun. I'll just be down the shore.
So if you see Will at the shore bars, know that he's out there on Grindr Premium if you are too afraid to approach him.
Yes.
But beware, he might text you 40 million times.
Yeah, if I give you my number.
Well, if you enjoyed yourself here, you can follow me at Eleni Sabrakis
And me at Will Ozer.
or us at Betches.
If you don't want to miss an episode of this crazy nonsense, and humorous nonsense,
Sure.
you can follow along and subscribe at the Betches YouTube page.
Thanks for blabbing with us.